The UFC is headed back to the O2 Arena in London, England this weekend with a main event for a #1 contender spot for the featherweight title between Movsar Evloev, undefeated, 19-0, versus Evloev Murphy, 17-0, undefeated. Undefeated versus undefeated. Somebody's O has to go. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys my quick picks, my quick predictions for UFC Fight Night Evloev versus Murphy. We're going to get it started with the early prelim opener of Melissa Mullins versus Luana Carolina. English Melissa Mullins. Luana Carolina, she's got good takedown defense. She's a pretty decent striker. Melissa Mullins is trying to get it to the ground. This is a clear grappler versus striker fight, and it's a tough one because I don't know if Melissa Mullins can get the takedowns. I'm going to be honest. Luana Carolina just got out-grappled by Montague, I'm pretty sure, who was the Australian prospect, very, very high prospect, with a great ground game, really good submission game, and she couldn't submit Luana Carolina. A lot of people thought she would. She couldn't do it. Carolina's takedown defense wasn't amazing. She got taken down, but she was defensively sound. She got back to her feet, and she beat up Montague a little bit on the feet and was bloodying her up and beating her up. Melissa Mullins is a girl who's going to try to get it to the ground, going to try to elbow you and smash you on the ground, TKO you on the ground, or find a submission. She's done it to a couple girls so far. She lost her last fight. I forget who it was against, but she lost her last fight by decision. Luana Carolina lost her last fight by decision, so both these girls need a win, but I'm going to go with Luana Carolina. Even though Melissa Mullins is very dangerous once she gets it to the ground, I don't think she's going to get it to the ground with ease because Luana Carolina's takedown defense is very solid, and she can keep it on the feet. And if it's on the feet, I don't think it's going to be a very close fight. I think Luana Carolina's striking is levels above Melissa Mullins. So I'm going to go with Luana Carolina as the quick pick by decision. We move on to the next fight. Back-to-back WMA fights to open up the card. Chanel Dyer versus Ravina Oliveira. It's an okay fight. It's an okay fight. I saw Ravina Oliveira live in Vancouver at her last fight. She got submitted in the third round, I believe, against that other Brazilian girl, Luciano. I picked Luciano in that fight. I said she was more dangerous. I said she'd get a finish or a decision win there. And she beat Ravina Oliveira, who only has finishes on her record, but isn't dangerous whatsoever. I'm just going to say it like it is. We haven't seen Ravina Oliveira show any form of danger whatsoever or be even close to a finish over her opponents in the UFC. She's looked bad. I'm going to go with Chanel Dyer. Not very confident in this one either because Chanel Dyer is relatively untested, but she fought in the PFL. She's got really good striking. And I think if she keeps this on the feet, this should be a Chanel Dyer win. And I think she might be able to even find a TKO here. I'm going to go with Chanel Dyer to win this fight. I'm going to say she wins a decision, though. Oliveira is fairly tough. I'm going to go with Chanel Dyer as the pick by decision. We move on. Shamrock. Now we're talking with some fights. Shamrock or Shaquem Rock versus Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi. What a mouthful of a name. I'm going to go with Shamrock. I'm going with Shaquem Rock, a guy who is fighting in England. He's not English. He says this multiple times. He's from Liverpool. We're from Liverpool. You know, so there's a few Liverpool guys on this card, and I think we're going to get some Liverpool action here. The Scouts are taking over. This is a Scouts army. We're taking over. I can't do the accent very well, but Shamrock is very good. He's more active than Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi, who's been out for 2 years. All of his losses are by TKO. He's a guy who's good. He's well-rounded, and I kind of like the comparison of Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi and Shamrock's last opponent, who was an undefeated prospect, who's still undefeated, Nurul Aliyev. Very good grappling, decent striking, and overall is a very well-rounded mixed martial artist who's a very good prospect in the lightweight division. And Shamrock, even though he lost that fight, he made it fairly competitive. He was getting pieced up a little bit on the feet, but he showed some signs, you know? And I think Abdul Karim is a worse version of Nurul Aliyev. So I got to go with Shamrock in England. Obviously, he's from Liverpool. It's going to be a Liverpool attack. It's going to be a Liverpool takeover. All right. I'm going to go with Shamrock to win this fight. And I think he's going to finish Abdul Karim Al-Sawadi as a slight underdog. I'm going to go with Shamrock to get it done, man. His first performance, I'm pretty sure it was short notice against Nurul Aliyev, a very tough opponent to debut against as well. And I think Shamrock's got a lot to show in the lightweight division. And I think he's going to beat a guy in Al-Sawadi who's been off for 2 years, who lost his last fight by TKO and has taken a lot of time off, and we haven't seen him in so long. Shamrock's going to be bigger, more physically imposing in there, and I think he's going to take down Abdul and ground and pound him to a TKO. So I'm going to go Shamrock by TKO in this fight as the quick pick. We move on to the next fight, Mario Pinto versus Felipe Franco. They've got no picture for Franco. This is a guy from Dana White Contender Series who fought a very big, slow opponent and was beating him the entire fight and then got subbed with like 10 seconds to go via rear naked choke. I think Mario Pinto's going to run through this guy. I got nothing to say against Felipe Franco. I think his record's padded. I think he's 10-1. He's only lost one fight, and he's won a couple in a row in the regional scene since then, in the last 5 months since Dana White Contender Series. So good on Felipe Franco, but this is a very tough debut. Very tough debut of Mario Pinto. I've doubted this guy time and time again. I'm done doubting him. I'm going Mario Pinto to absolutely obliterate Felipe Franco in the first round. I'm going to go Mario Pinto by knockout, first round knockout. I think he's going to finish Felipe Franco and put himself on the map, man. This guy's very good. He just beat Jonathan Deniz by TKO. I didn't see that coming. I picked Jonathan Deniz, I got to be honest, and he obliterated him. He ran through him. He slowed him down, got him on the ground, and just pummeled him on the ground. We've only seen Tybura do that, and that's a ranked heavyweight. I think Mario Pinto's on his way to be a ranked heavyweight. I think he was supposed to fight a better opponent here, who obviously pulled out. Felipe Franco coming out on short notice. This is a layup, in my opinion. So I'm going to go Mario Pinto as a quick pick by knockout in the first round. This should be a showcase for Mario Pinto. He's also English. He's funny. He's got a great personality at heavyweight, and they are trying to build up this heavyweight prospect. So this is a very good sign for the heavyweight division. I think Mario Pinto's on his way to be ranked. So give Mario Pinto a ranked opponent after he runs through Felipe Franco. Give me Mario Pinto as a quick pick by round 1 knockout obliteration. All right, we move on. What in the name? Contradivicius Montas Contradivicius versus Antonio Tricoli. What a fight. This should be the main event. What an absolute barn burner we got ourselves here, boys. Antonio Tricoli, oh man, Antonio Tricoli. What can I say about Antonio Tricoli? I don't even know what to say about this guy. He's been guillotined, standing guillotine, back to back. He got beaten up by Shara Bullet before. I think he got finished by Shara Bullet. This guy's a bum. Antonio Tricoli is a bum. He shouldn't be in the UFC. The only reason he was in the UFC was because he was dating Mackenzie Dern. I'm trying to just speed run this shit. This guy's a bum. The only thing he's got is the size advantage in this fight, and I don't think that's going to matter because contra Divisius, I think Montas is just going to blitz in, bomb him with big shots, and finish Antonio Tricoli. He's a minus 600 favorite, and I think it's crazy odds, but Antonio Tricoli shouldn't be in the UFC. This guy shouldn't have another. We're cutting Jailton Almeida. We're cutting these guys from the UFC, and we're keeping Antonio Tricoli? What are we doing? I have nothing to say good about Antonio Tricoli. This guy's a bum. If Montas loses this fight, cut both of them. I don't even care. All right? Montas should run through Antonio Tricoli. If he doesn't finish him in the first round, he's a bum. Just got to be honest. But I think Montas is pretty good. I watched his Dana White Contender Series fight, ran through his opponent in round 1. He should run through Antonio Tricoli and finish him in round 1. If you don't, you're kind of just not a good fighter. I just got to be honest, because Tricoli is there to be finished, and he gives it up every time. He's not defensively sound. He's a string bean at this division, and I think Montas should finish him in round 1. So give me Montas contra Divisius by round 1 finish over Antonio Tricoli. Should be easy. We move on to some big boys, and I'm talking big, heavy goods. If you can't see, heavy good vehicles. All right, what are we doing? Louis Sutherland versus Brando Pericic in the heavyweight division. Louis Sutherland is going to go out there. He's going to pop the bloody jab. He's going to pop him. He's going to finish him in round 1. No, he's fucking not. What is that tattoo on his belly? What is that? What is that thing? Ugh. I'm going Brando Pericic round 1 TKO. I think this should be another obliteration fight, man. We have a lot of these fights on these prelims that should be literal showcase fights, and this should be a showcase fight for Brando Pericic. He's relatively unproven, I gotta be honest, but Louis Sutherland, since hopping off the roids, and yes, he was on the roids, okay, he was on the sauce in the regional scene, he was running through his opponents. He's a blob. He's melting ice cream. I'm sorry to Louis Sutherland. I'm sorry to you Louis Sutherland fans. I know he's gonna go out there and pop the bloody jab, but he's gonna get obliterated. All right, Brando Pericic should run through. I'm using the word obliterated in too many of these prelim fights. We've got too many layups here, and this should be a layup for Brando Pericic, even though he's got literally less than half the experience as Louis Sutherland. He's explosive in the heavyweight division. He's got power. He fought a bit of a bum in his debut, but he ran through him. In round 1, finished him by TKO, brutally TKO'd him in Australia. Layup fight, and I think this is another layup fight. Obviously, Louis Sutherland, English guy, the English fans are going to be behind him, but he's a bit of a bum at heavyweight. He shouldn't be in the UFC. He got ran through by Walter Walker, round 1 heel hook, probably easiest heel hook Walter's ever gotten. You knew the second Louis was on the ground, the second he flopped to the ground, you heard the mat go like that. You knew Louis Sutherland wasn't getting back up. So I'm going to go Brando Pericic, round 1 TKO. I think he's going to finish Louis Sutherland. I think he should run through him. And we've got another heavyweight prospect here. So I like what they're doing in the heavyweight division, but The thing is, so many of these fights are literally like not even close to 50. This is like, in my opinion, this should be 99% chance of Brando Pericic running through Louis. Louis Sutherland has a 1% chance to win this fight. I'm going with Brando Pericic by round 1 knockout. I think he should finish Louis Sutherland. I've been watching his Instagram as well. He's been just like grinding in the gym, working hard with Navajo Sterling, with Israel Adesanya, working with these city kickboxing guys. He's a city kickboxing heavyweight, and he shows it, man. He's a very good kickboxer, very explosive. His takedown defense is good, so I'm going to go Brando Pericic, round 1 obliteration, round 1 TKO for Brando Pericic as the quick pick. We move on. Nathaniel Wood versus Losine Keita. Again, what are we doing with Nathaniel Wood? We should just give this guy a ranked opponent at this point. The UFC is jugging around with Nathaniel Wood. Why didn't he get the Patricio Pitbull fight? Why? Why are we giving Losine Keita another opportunity here when he missed weight against Pitbull? Why didn't we just give Pitbull to Nathaniel Wood? I don't understand. I don't get it, but it's a good fight. It's a good fight, but this is like, why? It's just like, why? I don't get it. I'm going to go with Nathaniel Wood to win this fight, and I think he's going to win this fight by close decision like he always does. I think he lost that fight against Jose Delgado, but he showed some heart, showed some durability like he always does. He always gets dropped. He comes back, and he wins the fight. So I'm going to go with Nathaniel Wood. Scrappy, 29-28 decision. Losine Keita. Excuse me, boys. I got a dry-ass throat. I think Nathaniel Wood's just going to pull this one off by scrappy decision. Really, like, I don't think Losine Keita's all that. He's got power in the hands. He's very explosive, very dangerous, and I think he's going to drop Nathaniel Wood in round 1 like Nathaniel Wood always gets dropped in round 1, but I think, like I said, Nathaniel Wood's going to come back. He's going to grind this one out, and he's going to win a 29-28 decision. So give me Nathaniel Wood by decision as the quick pick. We move on. Mason Jones versus Axel Sola. Main prelim here. This is a great fight. This is a great fight. A showcase fight for both guys because whoever wins this fight is going to be in a great position to look towards somebody close to the rankings. You know, somebody right outside of Bobby Green, a King Green or a Jalen Turner or something like that. And it's a great fight. Very, very good fight. Mason Jones, since leaving the UFC went on a great run. I believe it in Cage Warriors. Came back, just beat Balaji, beat, what's his name? He's fighting at UFC 328. You guys know who I'm talking about. If you know, you know. But Mason Jones coming off a couple good wins. Axel Sola, great debut up at welterweight. Fought Reese McKee. Finished him in the 3rd round, I believe, with a body shot. Really nice body shot. And Axel Sola is a good prospect, but I do think Mason Jones' grappling is going to be a bit too much here. So I'm going to go with Mason Jones to win this fight. And I'm going to say he wins himself a TKO here over Axel Sola. I think he's going to TKO, maybe submission. I could see a rear naked choke out of him here, but I think the grappling is going to be the difference here. I think Mason Jones' grappling is too much for Axel Sola. He didn't do it in his debut return to the UFC. He wanted to have a fun fight, and it was a very fun fight. And then his fight against Balaji, he got dropped early, came back, destroyed him, ground and pound TKO. Beautiful win by Mason Jones. And Axel Sola, they were both on the same card in France. Both got a win. Now they're fighting each other. I'm going to go with Mason Jones, though. Even though Axel Sola is undefeated, very good prospect, I think Mason Jones' takedowns are going to be too much for Axel Sola. So give me Mason Jones as the quick pick. By submission, I think he's going to submit Axel Sola in the 2nd or 3rd round. So give me Mason Jones by sub as the quick pick. We move on to the main card opener. Curtis Campbell versus Danny Silva. Debut fight on the main card here. Interesting. Very interesting because Danny Silva's a tough opponent. This is not an easy fight for Curtis Campbell. Curtis Campbell's a good prospect. He ran through his opponent, Dana White Contender Series, kneed him in the face, dropped him, finished him by TKO. Very good win by Curtis Campbell. Another Liverpool lad coming out of Liverpool. A lot of Liverpool guys on this card, and it's a Liverpool takeover. I'm going to go with Curtis Campbell to win this fight, but I am worried. It's a featherweight matchup. I think Curtis Campbell has the takedowns to win this fight, but Danny Silva's takedown defense is very solid. We saw it against Kevin Vallejos. He was very durable. He's very difficult to finish. I don't think Curtis Campbell's going to finish him. If he does, it'll probably be by sub, but I'm going to go Curtis Campbell to win this fight by decision. We've also got an English crowd, English judges. I think they're going to lean Curtis Campbell to get the grappling going. You know, they're going to be judging it a little bit differently. We're not in Vegas here. I'm going to go Curtis Campbell by decision. I think he's going to use the grappling and just outwork Danny Silva, who's been outworked many times. He's got a good jab, good boxing, but his defense is not phenomenal. He gets hit more than he hits his opponent. He hits his opponents, I think, 6. I think he throws 6 significant strikes per minute he lands, but he gets hit with 7 per minute, which is not good. So I'm going to go Curtis Campbell by decision, you know, pushes the pace, grinds this one out, and I'm going to go Curtis Campbell by decision as the quick pick. We move on. Roman Dolidze versus Christian Leroy Duncan. CLD versus Roman Dolidze. Big step up for CLD here because Roman Dolidze is not easy, you know, and I picked fucking Roman Dolidze to beat Anthony Hernandez. What was I doing, man? What was I doing? Oh man. Am I gonna do it again? Boys? I'm gonna go with Roman Dolidze. I know. I might mess up in this one. I might really regret this one because CLD is dangerous. I picked his opponent last time. I picked what's his name? The shoot the box light heavyweight. Very good, middleweight. Very, very good. And Christian Leroy Duncan chinned him. Dropped him, finished him in the second round. Really, really nice knockout. Brutal knockout as well. Christian Leroy Duncan's very dangerous. CLD is very dangerous, but he struggles when it comes to grappling. All right, he struggles when it comes to grappling, and we saw it against RoboCop. We've seen it against a couple guys where he just doesn't do enough. And I think this is the same case where Roman Dolidze just bowling balls his way in, marauds his way, because he's a marauder, all right? He's going to maraud his way in, force the grappling, clinch up, tire out CLD. Don't let him get his offense going. Don't let his spinning attacks get going because CLD is very dangerous with the spinning elbows, the spinning back fist. We saw him in his last fight do that. Drop his opponent and finish him. He dropped him with the spinning back fist and then connected with the overhand right, finished him. Really nice knockout, but Roman Dolidze is very durable. Really hard guy to finish, unless you got the submission game of Anthony Hernandez, the grappling of Anthony Hernandez. But this is a 3-round fight. I think Roman Dolidze is going to do enough to squeeze this one out in the judges' scorecards, grind it out, or RoboCop decision kind of thing, where we see, Christian Leroy Duncan struggle with the grappling, struggle with the clinching, and just not do enough. So I'm going to go Roman Dolidze by decision. Very close fight. I wouldn't be surprised if CLD knocks him out, but Roman Dolidze is a blockhead. He's a fucking blockhead. He's a durable guy. Very hard to finish. So I'm going to go Roman Dolidze by close 29-28 decision. Just does barely enough to squeeze this one out. So give me Roman Dolidze by decision. We move on. Iwo Barnowski versus Austin. Another one. Another light heavyweight or heavyweight fight where it's a showcase. It's another showcase fight. We have so many of these on this card where it's like, goddamn. Iwo's not 2-0. I think he's like 7-0 or something. All finishes, submissions, knockouts. Just finished the Turkish power guy in an absolute banger barn burner round one. The best round one of 2025. Maybe one of the best round ones of all fucking time. Both guys dropped each other twice. And then Iwo followed up with a big ground and pound shot. Finished his opponent, Ibo Aslan. That's who it was. Ibo Aslan. Crazy fight. But that's a much more difficult opponent than Austin Lane, man. Austin Lane going down to light heavyweight might be the worst move for his entire career. The dude's already chinny. He's already finishable. He got finished by Vitor Petrino in his last fight at heavyweight, got subbed. I think Iwo can finish him by sub. I think he can knock him out. I'm going to go Iwo by round one destruction. Should be a showcase fight here. Should be a showcase win for Iwo Barnowski. I think he's a great light heavyweight prospect. They're trying to build this guy up. There's not many light heavyweight prospects, so Iwo should run through Austin Lane. He should finish Austin Lane in the first round. So I'm going to go Iwo Barnowski by round one finish. I could see a submission. Drops Austin Lane, gets on the back, chokes him out. So I'm going to go Iwo Barnowski by submission or knockout in the first round. We move on to Michael Venom Page versus Sam Patterson. Another fight where it's just like, what is this matchmaking? Michael Venom Page has been complaining about this fight a lot because it's like, why are we giving him this? He just beat Jared Cannonier at middleweight. He beat Shara Bullet at middleweight. What are we doing with Michael Venom Page giving him Sam Patterson? But the fight's the fight. You can't complain about it too much. I'm going to go with MVP to win this fight. MVP should beat Sam Patterson. He's longer. He's rangier. His striking is way faster than Sam Patterson, even at 38 years old. I trust MVP a lot more than Sam Patterson. Even though Sam Patterson's looked great, he's on a great finish run right now. I feel like it's 4 or 5 finishes in a row. He deserves a ranked opponent, but it shouldn't be MVP. I know they want to do English versus English, no matter what, you're getting an English guy winning here, but it just doesn't make sense, the matchmaking. I'm going to go with MVP to win this fight, and I could see him finishing Sam Patterson. I could see this being MVP's first finish in the UFC. The only guy he's lost to is Ian Gary in the UFC. Ian Gary, a guy who out-grappled him, but got outstruck by Michael Venom Page, and I don't see Sam Patterson grappling this to a decision over 3 rounds, so I'm going to go MVP to keep this at distance, pop the jab. I could see him landing some crazy shit like a flying knee, chin Sam Patterson, something like that. We've seen Sam get chin before. So I'm going to go Michael Venom Page by knockout. I could see a knockout here, so give me MVP by knockout as the quick pick. We move on to the co-main event. What is this co-main event? I get they're trying to build up Luke Riley, but what is this co-main event? Luke Riley versus Michael Aswell Jr. co-main event. I gotta go Luke Riley. I gotta go Luke Riley. Even though Michael Aswell Jr. is scrappy, he's difficult to finish. I don't think he's gonna get finished here. Luke Riley's a good finisher, but this is a very tricky fight for Luke Riley and a step up. But like I've been saying, Liverpool takeover here. I think we're gonna see a lot of these next generation guys, Paddy Pimblett's team's guys, win these fights. And he's gonna have Paddy in the corner. Paddy's gonna be in all the guys' corners. So I'm gonna go Luke Riley to win this fight, and I think he's gonna win this fight by decision. Michael Aswell Jr., like I said, very difficult to finish. Good boxing, gets inside, throws nice body shots, overhand rights. He had a close fight with Bellagioki at lightweight on short notice, which was a good look. And he just finished that Brazilian guy who had the broken hand, who shouldn't have been in there. Why did the doctors let him step in? But I'm going to go Luke Riley by decision. I think he's just going to do a bit more than Michael Aswell Jr. He had a very good comeback win, knocking out Bogdan Grad. Shocked me, shocked a lot of people. So I think he's going to win this fight by decision. So give me Luke Riley as the quick pick for the co-main event. Crazy co-main, but we move on to the main event, boys. Main event, very good main event. I can't complain at all. This is the top of the featherweight division here. The winner of this fight is fighting Volkanovski, guaranteed. Volk's been saying he wants to fight the best in the world, and these are the two best featherweights in the world. Lerone Murphy, undefeated. Movsar Evloev, undefeated. Somebody's O has to go. I'm going to keep saying it. This is a really hard fight, though. Really hard fight to pick. I'm so tempted to pick Lerone Murphy, but I'm going to go with Movsar Evloev. I've just seen too many times Lerone get taken down, smudged. We saw it against Aaron Pico. He got taken down multiple times, was able to get back to his feet against the fence. But if he gets taken out in the open, like Movsar's been able to do against Aljamain Sterling, against Arnold Allen, we've seen this time and time again. I think Movsar's going to take down Lerone Murphy. We haven't seen him in a 5-round fight, so it is a little questionable, his cardio. But I'm going to go with Movsar Evloev to take down Lerone Murphy, kind of smudge him out, do some good ground and pound, and win this fight by 49-46. I'm going to say 49-46, wins almost every round by, smudging it out. I think Lerone's going to have a good third round, but I think Movsar is just going to be a bit too much. Give me Movsar Evloev as the quick pick by decision. Those are all my picks for UFC Fight Night Evloev versus Murphy back in London in the O2 Arena. If you guys enjoyed the entire video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Go check down in the description my winnable down below. You can get all my bets for UFC Fight Night Evloev versus Murphy. That's the entire video. I will catch you guys in the next video. See you.